Hello, I'm Catherine and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this is a return visit. Today I want to deep dive into a particular makeup brand that is created and really marketed towards over 40 women, which is crazy, isn't it? Because we don't get marketed to very often. The company I'm talking about is Laura Geller, New York, and Laura Geller is an actual person, a makeup artist who has created some really interesting products. She's been around for a long time. They used to sell her products in Ulta. She sells on QVC, and of course she sells on her website. I'm going to be doing a full face of Laura Geller products, and we're going to talk about them and see, are these great products for women who are over 40? Do they minimize our pores and our wrinkles and our fine lines and everything that over 40 women are really looking for, and help us to look the most beautiful that we can as we age? So I'm going to dive right in and we are going to tackle Laura Geller. I'm going to start off with a primer. She has her spackle primers, and this one is the hydrating version. She has a matte version, and I believe she has an illuminating and maybe another one, but typically with my normal to dry skin, I gravitate towards a hydrating primer. So this is her hydrating primer. You get quite a bit, and it comes in a nice pump, and it's just like a creamy moisturizer. And I have been using these products for a while to try to get some feelings on them for you and a little bit of a review. And I really do like this primer. It does feel like a nice moisturizer. I'm not sure how much it helps with longevity, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit when we talk about the powder foundations. One thing I will say about the powder foundation, which is what we're going to apply, which is kind of her signature product, you want your skin to be very hydrated before you put a product like that on. So this is great for that. It ensures that your skin is nice and dewy and moist and ready for powder products. So Laura Geller's signature product and her hottest product right now is the Baked Balance and Brighten Powder Foundation. It has become TikTok famous, and when it becomes TikTok famous, then it just goes crazy. It goes viral. So we're going to be talking about this in a minute, but whenever I apply a powder foundation, I like to apply my concealer first. It just doesn't seem to do quite as well to put a liquid concealer when you already have powder underneath there. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Spackle Concealer. I have that in the shade Fair Light. And she has several concealers on her website. This is the one that I picked. I don't know anything really about the other ones. If you do, if you've tried one and you have a favorite one of Laura Geller's, please leave that in the comments below. I'd love to hear. So I'm just going to apply this with my sponge. It's very brightening. It's a light color, and it does a pretty good job of concealing. I haven't been wowed by this concealer, but it's nice. I'm also going to use this as an eye primer as well today. She does have a product on her website that is kind of a concealer eye primer in one. I am curious about that product. And instead of a doe foot, it has like a brush applicator, which I think is kind of interesting. You can see this concealer's done a nice job. I don't think it's anything crazy different, but it did do a nice job. It's hydrating enough, it's brightening enough, and it does a good job with helping to lighten the load of those dark circles. Okay, let's talk about really the star of the show, and that is this Baked Balance and Brighten Powder Foundation. So I originally picked this up in the shade Fair because that would definitely be a color that I would think would be good for me. And I like it. It's just a little bit too warm for my skin tone. And if you follow Allie Glines here on YouTube, she ended up having to get 2 shades of this product as well to get her correct shade. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get another shade. And so I got Porcelain. And as you can see, that has a little bit of like pink, a little bit more of a cooler undertone. So even though I feel like the tone of this one, the Fair, is better for me, it's a little too yellow for my skin tone. And this one has the better undertone for me, but it's a little too light. So I've been combining them, and that is so extra. But hopefully maybe they'll come out with some more shades of this, especially how popular this product is. But mostly what I wanted you to see is the actual formula, which is very nice. And one of these shades might be perfect for you. To apply this foundation, you need a denser brush, but you also don't want it to be too dense. So this is the Airbrush Kabuki from Sigma. It's the F85, and you can see it has some give to it, but it's also very dense. You don't want a brush like this, the flat top Kabuki is a little bit too dense and doesn't have enough give. This would be a good brush as well from BK Beauty. And actually this e.l.f. brush would be very nice too. The one I'm going to be using today is the Sigma Airbrush Kabuki. So I just go in to the powder foundation. This is the one that is fair. A couple swipes in there, and then I go directly into porcelain as well. And you'll see I'm just going to start kind of stamping this. So you see I'm kind of pressing it into the skin. I want to bring you in so you can see. So look at how I get immediate payoff. I haven't gone even back into the powder, but immediate payoff with this. It feels like nothing on the skin. I mean, it feels like I've done nothing at all. And you can see it has a slight luminosity. We're going to be talking about that more. So now I'm going to go in again, do my little mixture. I'll take you on this side, and you can see as I press, it's just an immediate payoff. Get a little more. I'm going to go on the chin. And then I'm going to do the forehead. Okay, so I want you to see the finish here. It's not settling into any pores, not cakey. But as you can see, my face just looks smoothed and almost airbrushed. I mean, it really does. It's amazing. Now, if you had some really strong sunspots, I'm just kind of letting my sunspots hang out. When I use this product, I don't feel the need to do major coverage. But if you had something you really wanted to cover, I would recommend doing that with a concealer before you go in with this. But what I find is I even take this all the way up under and on the eyes where I've done my concealer, and it sets that all into place. This stays put like you will not believe. I have been shocked as I've been wearing this. I had a day where I was out, it was sweaty, it was gross outside. I could not stop. At the end of the night, I looked in the mirror and I thought, I cannot believe it. It still looked like this. This is the magic of this product. This is where I didn't mind purchasing another one to be able to make my perfect shade. I would be shocked if she didn't come out with more shades, but I basically need this shade, but with a little bit of a cooler undertone. But the two together work so well, and you barely have to use any. And of course, it's so easy to touch up, but I've never had to touch up. So you can see how nice my skin looks, just perfectly balanced and brightened. I mean, the product is very well named. So that is her signature product. You can see why this went viral. It's beautiful. And like I said, it feels like I have nothing on my skin. Absolutely nothing. It's like I just put on my skincare and that's it. So I am very, very impressed. I highly recommend you trying out one of these Laura Geller powder foundations. Okay, let's move on. We're now going to try her Baked Bronze and Brighten. One of the things I'm going to be talking about with this is every product from Laura Geller tends to be very luminous. And that's fabulous, right? We all want a little bit of glow. Sometimes though, and this is what I've found, when I'm doing a full face of Laura Geller, I sometimes look like the Tin Man. It's too much glow. I'm gonna do my best to tamper that today, but I will tell you, I love her products, and I'll get to this at the end too, but sometimes all of them together can be a bit much. So just keep that in mind. I'm now gonna go into the bronzer. I have the shade Roman Holiday. I'm just gonna use this Joa bronzer brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up the skin, and you'll see it's a baked formula. Blends Blends right into your skin. This is probably the medium shade. I think I bought a lighter one too, and I didn't like it quite as well. This one is very nice, but as you can see, it has that slight luminosity, which is great. But luminosity on top of luminosity on top of luminosity can sometimes look greasy. So you're gonna see. But this blends beautifully. It's a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. And again, doesn't settle into any fine lines, wrinkles, and of course, it applies beautifully over that powder foundation. Just beautifully. It's like it just sinks it right in. Doesn't pull anything up. Just beautiful. So great bronzer, love it. Now let's talk about blush. Love a good blush. I have two shades from her. I have Pink Grapefruit, which again, these are all those baked formulas. How gorgeous is that? And I have Tropic Hues, which is beautiful. Look at that. You can see all the colors in it. This one, let me see if I can swatch it for you and give you an idea. So this is Tropic Hues. And you can see it's a little bit more corally, and it definitely has a sheen. And then this one is Pink Grapefruit on the top. A little bit lighter and doesn't have quite as much sheen to it. So I love both of these. I'm going to be using the Pink Grapefruit today because again, what I found is the day that I had so much luminosity, I used the Tropic Hues. I love the Tropic Hues when I'm using more other matte products, but with all of this luminous stuff, it gets a little crazy. So now I'm gonna go into Pink Grapefruit and get a little beautiful color. Look at that, gorgeous. And of course, it lays down so beautifully on that powder foundation and the bronzer. These products play really well together, but it's just about, for me, it's about controlling the shine. Put a little bit on the nose, that kind of sun-kissed look. These are pigmented, they blend beautifully. You don't need a lot, they're great. So, highlight. Again, everything is luminous in this line, so you can decide if you want to use a highlighter. She has these dual highlighters. This is a baked highlighter duo, and I have the shade French Vanilla and Portofino. I actually got this a long time ago, way before I decided to do this video, probably way before I had the YouTube channel, and I really liked it because it was a more subtle highlight. So let's talk about highlighter now. Of course, these are already, you see the glow I'm getting, but let's talk about highlighter. A highlighter that I got from Laura Geller a long time ago, way before I had a YouTube channel, was this one that is a baked highlighter duo. And I have the shade French Vanilla and Portofino. I don't even know if they have this still on the website, but I've always liked this one because it was more subtle. And then recently I picked up a baked Dolce highlighter in the shade Rosado. And this is also very beautiful, but not subtle at all. I'll show you, this is the down here. Very beautiful, but a lot of shine. Love the highlight, but again, on top of all these other products, and that's gonna be the theme here, it's a bit much. So I'm gonna use this one because it does have this kind of powdery shade with it. It is a little bit more subtle, and I just don't need a ton more glow. I'm already getting so much from the bronzer, from the foundation, from the blush. So this is just gonna give me a little bit more, and this is gonna help to kind of tone down all that luminosity. I like this one very much. I know they have other baked duos. They do have one with French Vanilla, but I can't remember what the highlight shade is, but I really do like this. It's a very nice product. So that is the complexion. Very pretty, very easy, feels like I have nothing on. When I first tried this, I will tell you, I thought there was no way it was gonna last on my face. And like I said earlier, it's amazing the lasting power of these products. They stay on and they look great through heat, through sweat, through everything. I do not have a Laura Geller brow product. I should try that, but I've never really heard anybody talk about that. So I'm gonna do my brows and then I will be right back and we will go into the eyes. So I tried 3 different Laura Geller eyeshadow products. I'm gonna give you a little mini review and I'm only going to use my favorite one right now. So this one was called a baked eye pie, and this is in the shade Coffee Berry Crunch. And I will show you what that looks like. And I thought, oh gosh, that will be so pretty on the eyes. And it is, but it's all so shimmery. So I'll show you a little bit of the colors. Those are the 3 colors. And let's see if I can get a good place to swatch for you. So those are my these shades right here on my arm. They're very luminous, and I need to play with it more to figure out exactly how to make a really nice eye look, but it was a little bit too much for me on the luminosity side, and I just felt like my eyes were just shimmery. It's not glittery, but very shimmery. Then I got this palette from her called Neutral Wardrobe, and unfortunately, actually 2 of the shades came, and I probably should have, I'm not gonna even really be able to hold this up that well because 2 of them are busted, and I should have contacted the company, but I did not. So again, these are the baked formula, and the baked formula is fabulous, but baked means glowy. It means very luminous. And so most of these, even the mattes to me, were so glowy. Again, I need to play with this a little bit more, but it was a little bit too much for me as far as all the luminosity. So that was that product. I can't necessarily recommend that for you. Then she just recently came out with a new product. This is called the Double Shot. And I have the shade Cafe Americano. And this comes with a matte shade, which I was so excited to see, on the top. And then as you unscrew it, you have a cream shimmer. I thought that was pretty ingenious anyway. So that's what I'm gonna use today and show you. I really did like this. I liked the effect of it, and it lasted really well on my eyes. So I'm going into the matte shade, and I'm just gonna take that all over the lid. This is just a pretty, kind of a mauve-y brown. It's a little bit cooler toned, but it's kind of in between. It's really more of a neutral. I think anybody could wear this shade. She does have other shades in this, and I might pick up another one of these because I've been so impressed with the way this is worn. So I love having this matte shade that I can put all over the lid. That's what these other palettes didn't have. They just didn't have a lot of good mattes. Even the mattes in that neutral one seemed to be more satin to me. So it was either satin or shimmer. And I love a good matte, I really do. This is a great travel product. So I'm gonna go into this end, and I'm just gonna pull up some of the cream shadow, and I'm just going to kind of place that on the lid on top. And you can see this cream shadow is not overwhelming, which I kind of liked because I can build up the amount of shimmer that I want. And that is it. So simple. I know, not really exciting, but so user-friendly. So I really like this product quite a bit. And I'll use the other ones and see if I can figure out how to make them work to where they really feel a little bit more user-friendly. But right now, those are tough to work with. And I feel like, especially when I'm doing a full face of Laura Geller, it was way too much. For eyeliner, she has this long wear eyeliner. I believe it's pronounced Kajal or Kahal, I'm not quite sure. I have the shade Smoky Amethyst, and this is a bigger eyeliner, as you can see, so you can really smoke it out. I'll show you the shade right here, and it's a cream, so you see you can really smoke that out. And it looks really pretty with this kind of mauve-y color on the eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that on my lid. Because it is kind of fat, I'm gonna just kind of blend it out a little bit more. So because it is a fatter eyeliner, just be prepared. You're gonna need to kind of smoke it out a little bit more on the lash line, and you're probably not gonna get quite as fine of a line if that's what you're looking at. And they do have a little sharpener built into the bottom. I like this product. I'm not overly wowed by it, but it is a nice product, and I do like the amethyst with the double shot in the Cafe Americano. So I have a mascara from Laura Geller. This is her Bold Lashes mascara. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm box, so this was perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes and then we'll put this mascara on. I'm gonna bring you in to try this mascara on. First, I'll show you the wand. Pretty typical, kind of a volumizing wand. Twisted, kind of twisted bristles. So let's see how it does. Nice. Lightweight, not too gloopy, which when they're too wet and clump, that really bothers me. And this is called Bold Lashes, so I was a little worried that it was going to be kind of the spidery, clumpy lashes. That's nice. Very nice. So that's one coat. Let's try the other side. I like it. Very, very nice. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Great. So that's the mascara. Very happy with that. For lips, I picked up one of her lip liners. This is in the Pout Perfection, and I have the shade Petal. It is a pinky shade. Oh, kind of a cooler pinky shade right there. Very creamy formula, goes on very nicely. And I do like this color. I think it's very pretty. It goes well with all of this makeup. She has lots of different lip products. I was most intrigued by her Italian Marble lipsticks. I got two shades in this lipstick. This one is called Strawberry Toffee, and I'm gonna show you how it is marbled. And I'll swatch it. Let's see, I'll swatch it on this hand. So that is Strawberry Toffee. Very pretty pink. Goes really well with this liner. And then I got the shade Dolce. There's a little bit more of a nude shade. You can see the marbling on it. And I will swatch it next to Strawberry Toffee. So that is up above Strawberry Toffee. Definitely more of a nude shade. So I've found that with this lip liner, you can use either one. It just kind of depends on the look. I'll use the Strawberry Toffee. So these are very creamy, very comfortable on the lips. They feel so nice. I mean, they really do have such a nice feel on the lips. This looks really good too if you fill in your lips with this Petal, and it will last forever. But this is really a pretty shade, this Strawberry Toffee, especially in the summer. I think it's great in the summertime. So finally, to hold everything in place, I do have a Laura Geller Spackle Mist Restore, and this is made with coconut water. You can actually prime, set, and refresh during the day with this product. So we're gonna go ahead and spray it on. Really nice, smells like the beach, feels very refreshing. I can see how this would be great to refresh your makeup during the day, but as you can see, it definitely helps to add a little bit of glow. Okay, so this is the full face of the Laura Geller products. I hope you can see how glowy I am. Hopefully that's showing up on camera. And this is with me trying to tone it down. So if I gave you my overall feeling, I love these products. I don't necessarily love them used all together. I feel like it's a little bit too much glow and luminosity when you use them all together. When I've just used the foundation and then used other products, much better. Or if I just use the blush or just the bronzer, much, much better. So that is my general feelings, especially on the complexion products is what we're talking about. And I do love this highlighter quite a bit when I use that separately. I did not need a highlighter today with all the glow. And so maybe that's nice. Maybe you don't want to have as many products. And so that would be great. If you use this, just this foundation alone, it's going to give you some nice glow. And they actually have a luminous version of this foundation, and that would give you a lot more glow. But this particularly, I think, gives plenty of glow. I love the complexion products. The powders are beautiful. They sink into the skin. It is that airbrushed effect. I think they're absolutely beautiful. And the primer, I do like this primer quite a bit. I think it is beautiful underneath these powder products. So I do like this quite a bit, and I will use it. And I have been using it under other foundations as well. As far as the eyes, I talked to you about the other things I had tried, but I really do like this double shot. This is my favorite eye product that she's come out with, and I would get another color of this. I think it's beautiful to have the matte on the top and then the cream shimmer on the bottom. I think is just a great, great idea. So I do like that. The eyeliner is very nice, but I'm really used to having a thinner line to have to work with. And this, if I really want to smoke it out, then this would be great. But typically I just like more of a fine line. So this product just, if it was in a finer line, I think I would like it a lot. It's very smooth, it's easy to go on, and it does have good lasting power. And I do like this amethyst in particular with the double shot Cafe Americano. The mascara is very nice. I think it's good. It's nice, light and fluffy, not too clumpy, not too wet. So it's my kind of mascara. The lip products are great. I like that marbled Italian lipstick. I think they're really nice. They're hydrating. They're kind of a glossy finish, so you don't need even a gloss with it. She does have lots of lip products on her website, so you could go crazy. She has liquid lips, glosses, all of it. But those Italian marbled, I hadn't seen anything like that, so that's really what I wanted to bring to you. And the setting spray, the coconut mist setting spray is beautiful, and it feels nice. It's a nice spray. It kind of smells like the beach, and I really do like it. So overall, Laura Geller, great. Love these products. My verdict is I just don't know if I like using them all together. It's not my favorite look to use them all together. If I had to tell you to buy one product, it would definitely be the Baked Balance and Brighten foundation. It's incredible. You saw that when it went onto my skin. I barely had to put anything on. It just evens out your skin and gives the prettiest finish. And like I said, the lasting power is amazing with this powder. So that would be my #1 recommendation. I would highly suggest it. And she's always having some sort of a great sale. So if you're going on and you're going to buy one of these, then try out a blush. The blushes are gorgeous. Or try out one of the highlighters or a bronzer or maybe the double shot. This is great. Those are my recommendations. I hope this video was helpful to you if you are thinking about purchasing something from Laura Geller. I really did enjoy doing all the research and trying all these products. Hope you guys are doing well. I'd love to see you back here again. So go ahead, subscribe, join us. We'd love to have you. It would be great. Give this video a thumbs up if you'd like for me to do more full face of one brand of makeup reviews. Hope you guys are doing well, and I so look forward to seeing you in my next video.